This week's Torah reading states that donation should be accepted from anyone whose heart presses him, prompts him to wish to give. Not mandatory. Appropriately enough, Purim is coming up, and Purim is a time when we're told we're meant to be there to help other people. In that case, it is mandatory. But there's no amount beyond a bare minimum that's actually required. A peruta, something like, 20 cents in modern times, is enough to fulfill the obligation to give to the poor on Purim. But the more, the better. It's better to give to people who are in need than to make your own meal bigger and more lavish. So, in that spirit, Jewels of Torah are collecting this year. None of it is being kept by us at Jewels of Torah. It is all going to be distributed to known brethren of ours who are not doing as well as they should. It does, however, I should caution, say in the halakha that you are only meant to give to organizations if they are known to be trustworthy. So if you have any doubt in your mind whatsoever, even though Purim is a time when it says we don't ask, we don't question anyone who puts out his hand, we just give him, to fulfill the obligation, you have to be certain you're giving to somebody who's in need. So if you wish to give, feel free. But if you're not 100% confident in us, give to someone whom you know for sure to be reliable. It is important that you fulfill the obligation. I'm not just saying this for us, I'm saying this for you. It is your obligation to make sure that you have fulfilled your commandment correctly. However, if you do wish to give, or if you have no other place to give, we are collecting. As I said, none of it is coming to us. It is all going entirely to those in need. Names, of course, will not be disclosed. Hence the if you trust us, fine. I will put a link into the description of this video, and I will give you a bit of a story. Interestingly, the Torah says that in this case, only give to people whose heart prompts them to give. Because really, what are you giving? The only thing you actually can give is the heart. Because everything belongs to God. You can't give anything to God because it's not yours to give. You're giving God his own gold, his own silver, his own materials. What you can give is the heart. To that note, a story. There was a certain town. Disclaimer, I don't believe this is a true story. It's meant to teach a point. But the truth of the facts of the story may be in question. The truth of the meaning behind the story is not. So the story goes that in a certain town, there was a charity collector who was known for his brusque sort of attitude. He would go up to someone, shove his hand in their face and say, "Give me my money." Which could be a bit off-putting. He was known as being 100% trustworthy. He was known as a holy individual who spent a good portion of his own time collecting for those in need. Everybody trusted him completely. The money went to the proper source. But he just seemed a bit of a jerk in the way he went about it. "Give me my money." But since people knew he was trustworthy, they were willing to look past that. Well, one day, apparently there were these two ladies who were walking up the street, and the guy comes up to them, they see him, and he says, "Give me my money." And one of the ladies has decided she's had enough of this attitude, so she says, "Why are you always like this? Why do you say that? It's not your money. You know I always give you, and I'll still give you just the same. As I always will, because I know I trust you and it's going to a good cause. But it's not your money, it's my money." And the man's response is, even more vehemently, "Give me my money." Okay, she figures she's not going to get an answer. She reaches into her purse, pulls out a sizable donation, gives it to the man, and she's about to turn away when she hears him say, "Now it's your money." When you choose to do good with what you have, that is when God says, "Okay, you can have it." There will always be the haves and the have-nots. Being well off is not a moral victory. Being poor is not a moral failing. It's a failing in luck. If God gives to you, he expects you to help others who are down on their luck. That's why you were given it. So make it good and make it yours. All the best, and Shabbat Shalom.